Hey, Ninja Warriors, welcome to Warrior Wednesday. I had a bit of a technical difficulty here. It told me that my connection wasn't working. So, yay, we're here. We're live. Okay, awesome. So, happy Wednesday. It's June 17th. We're still in Gemini season. So, for all my Geminis out there, say hello, comment with hashtag Gemini. And if you're on here live, say hello so I can, acknowledge you. So, give yourself some hearts so I can see you. And if you're catching the replay or when you catch the replay, comment with hashtag Encore so I know that you actually watched the video and I can connect with you. All right. So with that said, I actually want to share that this past weekend I was in a training called Transformation of Race. And that training was, and this is not the intention of the call, but I just want to share something with you real quick, okay? So the Transformation of Race training was impactful because it really shed light on the inequality that's going on in the U.S. I'm going to speak specifically about the U.S. and also in the world, like how the world views different people of different colors or people of color and how the system is not set up for equality, unfortunately, and how it is embedded. And so it was enlightening, to say the least. Hey, Yassine, thanks for tuning in. It was enlightening. It was a great wake-up call for us to see how when one person is impacted and affected, it affects all of us. It affects our collective consciousness. So the idea of us feeling or knowing or saying that we're separated or, oh, it happened there, it didn't happen here, like it doesn't, if it's not in my lane, I don't care about it. It's actually a misconception because anything and everything that happens to any person, whether they're local or in the U.S., outside of the U.S., it's still part of humanity. You know, we're all responsible for it and we're also all impacted by it, whether it's a direct impact or indirect impact. It's still, we're all being impacted. So the question is, are you going to be an agent for change or are you going to be part of the problem? You know what I'm saying? So that gets to be a choice if you want to be an agent for change. And if you're the type of person who, I know that's you because you're tuning on here, is you want to make a difference in the world, you want to create an impact, you want to help people, you want to stand for people, then we all get to be agents for change. Okay. So anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. And one thing that was very, very present also in the training is mindfulness and practice. And what are we practicing every day? And what are you being mindful of how you're using your language? Are you being mindful of how you show up in the day? Hey, Ali, thanks for tuning in. Oh my God, so great to see you. Woohoo. Ali in the house. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so mindfulness, are you being mindful? Are you being mindful of how you're showing up? Are you being mindful of how you're speaking? Are you being mindful of what you're doing? And what kind of practices do you have that you are implementing based on the mindfulness that you got going on? So it was eye-opening, it was awakening, it was awesome, it was transformative, to say the least. It was a 2-day training. Actually, I'm completing the final part tonight from 7 o'clock. Well, actually, I'm coaching, so from 6:30 to 10 o'clock. I'll be doing that. But anyway, I don't want to take up this time. What I want to share with you is if you are someone who experiences anxiety, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're not, I have something for you. And I shared this in last week's video, and many people may not have seen the video, so I want to give you another opportunity to connect with this. Okay, so again, it's practice. So I've been having conversations with my clients, with friends about, if they've experienced anxiety. So if you're someone who's experienced anxiety or you've had anxiety, comment and say yes. I'll share that I've had anxiety growing up. I've actually suffered from depression and anxiety growing up. And I used to have massive anxiety. Like I would have test anxiety. I would have different types of anxiety, okay? And I've come a long way. But here's why I'm sharing all of this with you, okay? So we know when we experience something in our body, it affects how we show up. And what I want to do on this Facebook Live today, on this video, is share a few things that will support you in facilitating you getting out of that space, and also give you a call to action to step in and do something that we're doing, that I'm going to be doing, and my clients are going to be doing tomorrow night, which is Thursday night. Okay, so anxiety again is an experience. We feel it in our bodies, and we can feel it in different parts of our body. So I'm going to go into the ways that you can alleviate that. Okay, let's put it that way. So first of all, if you're overwhelmed or anxious, you get to clear your mind. So do a brain download. Put everything on paper. because a lot of times in my experience, there's so much going on in the head. You have like this committee that's talking and you got so much going on and swirling in your head that causes your body to be anxious, like you're physically anxious. So you put everything on paper. So anything you're worried about, you're overwhelmed with, etc., just put it all on paper so you clear your mind. So that's the first step. Secondly, focus on one thing that you're going to be doing so that you're not multitasking and doing 1,000 things at the same time. You're actually being laser focused and completing one thing at a time. So you're being intentional and also being productive. Thirdly, you want to trust yourself and you want to trust the universe. You want to trust the process. A lot of times when we are anxious, it means that we don't trust ourselves in making decisions. Sometimes it also means we don't trust other people, or we don't trust the universe having our back, or we don't trust, there's a trust breakdown, okay? So trust yourself, lean in, ask for support, and allow for things to unfold. And finally, and I shared this in my previous video, is be present. What I mean by being present is notice when your mind goes and has all these narratives that are going on, whether it's future stuff or past stuff or whatever. These are all mental narratives, and a lot of times that causes breakdown, right? Because your mind is all over the place and you're not grounded. So when you notice your mind wandering, pause, take a few deep breaths, and interrupt that so you're being grounded and present, okay? And by the way, all the thoughts in our heads are not even real, just to be real, okay? Right? So they're not even, a lot of them is just like we're regurgitating what happened in the past, or we're projecting things in the future that we don't even know is going to happen, which will likely not happen, and who knows, okay? So here's your, actually, before I go into the call to action, there are a couple cool quotes that I feel will make a difference for you. So T.S. Eliot said, "Every moment is a fresh beginning." So imagine being present and having every moment be a fresh beginning. Wouldn't that be insightful, right? Hey, Ahmed, thanks for tuning in. And then Anne Lamott said, almost everything will work again if you plug it for, almost everything will work again if you plug it for a few minutes, including you. I think she meant unplug it. I'm sorry. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Right? So when you unplug, it means like you unplug. So unplug. So here's your call to action. Okay. Here's your mission for this week. And by the way, this is a call to action because we're doing this workshop tomorrow called Navigating Anxiety. It's from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time. That means it's 4 to 7 Pacific. Okay. It's tomorrow, Thursday, June 18th. It's a $75 investment so that you're clear and I'm clear. And I'm not facilitating. I'm actually a student of the workshop. And I've invited my friends. I've invited my clients. Several of my clients will be there. And I've invited friends to be there as well. So I'm inviting you because I'd love for you to participate with us. And if you're someone who is experiencing or has experienced anxiety, there's always a next cut. I look at it this way. There's always a next cut in finding tools and resources and things that will facilitate us being the best versions of ourselves. Okay. So if you see that as an opportunity for you, I invite you to jump in. I'll be posting the link for the workshop below this video. Again, the workshop is called Navigating Anxiety. It's tomorrow, Thursday, the 18th from 7 to 10 Eastern, 4 to 7 Pacific. Okay. So if you're outside of those time zones, then figure out the time zone difference. Okay. So that is your mission. And the second part of your mission for this week, and again, this is the last call, is if you know someone who is experiencing anxiety and you know that this would make a difference for them, share that with them. Share this video with them and also share the training with them. Share the workshop with them, because I will tell you, there's so many people that are, we're still, a lot of us are still in lockdown, including myself. Like we're starting to open up, but we're still in semi-quarantine, if you will. And at the same time, people are experiencing different emotions because of a lot of things going on, between the riots, between we're opening back up and all that stuff. Okay. So I'll share the link again. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next week. I'll actually catch you tomorrow. If you're coming with us tomorrow, let me know when you enroll. Just comment, let me know you're in, so I can celebrate you, and then see you in the training, okay? See you next week, same time, same station, Warrior Wednesday, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, and I'll see you in the training tomorrow. Bye.